Hey, what's up, Bulldogs? All right, let's do some problems from this partner review that we did today. Okay. Let's see. So, if I'm looking at this in terms of y equals mx plus b, this is not a very easy problem, but it is manageable. From 1990 to 2000, the number of 1,000 visits by people to Hawaii Volcanoes National Park increased by about 43.1 thousand visits per year. So if you're thinking about Zilka Farms, the weight of the chicken, you're going to multiply each pound by $3, right? So with Zilka Farms, it was y equals 3x plus 5, where you paid $5 no matter what, and you multiplied my really delicious turkeys or chickens or pumpkins by $3 per pound. So if it was 3 pounds, it'd be, or 4 pounds, let's say 4 pounds, it's 3 times 4 pounds, right? Well, that's the slope. That's the slope, the $3. Every pound is 3. So every year is 43.1 thousand visits. So I know that every year it increases 43.1. I know that my slope is y equals 43.1x plus b. And like I said, it may not be intuitive, but you can figure that out if you think about it, I think. But I'm not saying it's the easiest problem, but it is definitely something that is solvable, I will say. Okay, so from 1990, so I'm going to make a chart here. I'm going to say here to here. I'm going to cut and paste this, put this over here. And I'm going to name this year 0, which is really 1990. Now, I actually could call it 1990 and then use that as an x. Notice that this is our x. This is our y-axis, x-axis, y-axis. So this would be 1, 1991. This would be 2, 3, 4, and 5. And just for context, this is 1995. Year 6, year 7, year 8, year 9, and year 10. And this is obviously, or not obviously, the year 2000. Where in the year 2000, we read that there were 1529.6 thousand, which is really 1.5 million. Anyway, so I'm going to plot this point. Let's see. So we know there's we know that this is the first year. 0. Sorry, this is the first year after 1990. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is this point right here is when in 2000 they have 1529.6 visitors, right? And each year, we know that it goes up by 43.1. So if you look at it, we actually have a point. What's the point? The point is 10. That's the x. And again, you could call it 2000. You could have been like 2000, comma, 15, 29.6. That would be a point. But I just happen to call it year 10, knowing that it's the year 2000. 10, and then 15, 29.6. That's my point. This right here would be 9 and probably 43.1 less than 1529.6. Again, I'm not saying it's the easiest thing in the world, but it is solvable. So if I'm going to take this point right here, because what I need now is, I need a y-intercept. I don't know what this is worth right here. It's not 0 because we started up higher. So what does the y equal? The y is 1,529.6, and we know it's 1,000, equals 43.1 times year 10 plus b. Now, this is my slope, this is the year 10, and this is what this answer should be when we find out what the b is. So we've got 1529.6 equals 43.1 times 10. I don't need a calculator. I'm just going to move the decimal over, 431 plus b. I'm now going to isolate b. Minus 431. Minus 431. And here I will use a calculator. 1529.6 minus 431 equals 1098.6 equals b. So folks, my slope-intercept linear equation is y equals 43.1x. That's my slope. We don't know what year we're talking about, so we're not going to have an answer. But if you give me a year, I'll give you an answer. Plus 1098.6. That is our linear equation. And that's this right here. Y equals 43.1x 1098.6 plus 1098.6. There you go. There's our answer. How many visits were made in the park in 1995? So 1995 will be year 1, 2, 3, year 5. So I'm just going to say y equals 43.1 times 5 plus 1098.6. Laptop's making a lot of noise. So 43.1 times 5 equals 215.5 plus 1098.6, and y equals, ladies and gentlemen, that's incorrect, 1098.6 plus 215.5 equals 1314. And that's how many visitors there were in the year 5, right? There, 13, 14, 10. Right here, 2005. Okay, 13, 14, 10. 13, 14, 10. When were there 14,000 visits? So I take my trusted linear equation, y equals 43.1x plus 1098.6, and they said 1,400 visits. So 1,400 equals 43.1x plus 1098.6. I'm going to subtract 1098.6, 1098.6. I'm trying to isolate the x. What year? So 1,400 minus 1098.6 equals 301.4 equals 43.1x. I'm going to divide by 43.1. And I get the number 6.99, which basically means 7. So that tells me right here, 1997, they had uh-oh, did my pen just go off? It might have. Yeah, anyway, use this. So what's my point? I'm gonna charge my pen here for a second. My point is, yes, it's not the easiest problem, but it is definitely solvable. So that was here, and that is here, and that is 1,400. 1,400. And that is problem number 11. Let's go to problem number 12. Write an equation in standard form All right, standard form. So I am going to point slope form. Hold on a second. Y minus 5 equals negative 2/5 times x minus a negative 8 or plus 8, right? So I'm going to distribute the negative 2/5. So y minus 5 equals negative 2/5 x. Negative 2/5 times 8 is negative 16/5. I want to get rid of the 5s, right? Because you need standard form. I'm going to multiply everything by 5. So you get, I'll bring it up here. 5 times y is 5y. 5 times negative 5 is negative 25. 5 times negative 2/5 x, you just take away the 5, so it's a negative 2x. And then minus 16. ax, so I need to get all the x's on one side, plus 2x. Plus 2x, in fact, I'll even put the 2x over here. And I get 2x plus 5y minus 25 equals negative 16. And then I'm going to get the numerical value on the right side, because standard form, of course, is ax plus by equals c. And I end up with 2x plus 5y equals 9. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my standard form. Same thing over here. So y minus a negative 11 is plus 11 equals 1/8 times x minus 0. Okay, let's distribute that 1/8. Y plus 11 equals 1/8 x. And we know that 1/8 times 0 is 0. Multiply everything by 8, because I do not want to deal with fractions. 8 times y, 8y. 8 times 11, 88, equals x. Bring the x over, you get negative x plus 8y plus 88 equals 0. Get rid of the numbers. And folks, you end up with negative x plus 8y equals negative 88. And that is standard form. That was number 13. Number 14. Standard form. I need a slope. So how to find slope? Change in y. What is my change in y? It is negative 3 minus a negative 1 over 9 minus 5 equals 3 plus 1 is negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2 over 4 negative half. That's my slope. Standard form. Y, let's choose this one right here, this point. Y minus a negative 1 is plus 1 equals negative 1/2 times x minus 5. Distribute the negative 1/2. Y plus 1 equals negative 1/2 x plus 5 halves. I want to get rid of the 2's, the denominators. I'm going to multiply everything by 2. 2 times y is 2y. I'll do it over here. 2y plus 2, see? Multiplying everything, equals negative x plus 2. Plus 5. Let's add x, and you get x plus 2y plus 2 equals 5, subtract the 2. And folks, you end up with x plus 2y equals 3. All right, I'll let you do this one. You find slope. Then you pick a point. And you do it in point slope form. Y minus y1 equals slope times x minus x1. Make sense? And then number 15. Write equations of the horizontal and vertical lines that pass through the given point. Okay. Write equations of the horizontal. Oh, it's a horizontal line. Folks. First I was confused, wasn't I? Why isn't this working? I mean, this should be like... There we go. All right, -9, -3. -9, that's x. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. -3, 1, 2, 3. Folks, that is -9, -3. Now, what does a horizontal line look like? Looks like this. And what does, let's see, what does y equal here? Y equals -3. So this line would just be like y equals -3, right? Because it doesn't matter what x is. X can be 0, x can be 1, x can be 1, x can be -1, or -2, or -3. Y is always going to equal -3. And then -9, let's see, this goes up and down like this. The vertical line, it's parallel to the y, so I know it's going to be an x equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why am I doing that? X equals -9. No matter what, y equals x is always going to equal -9. Hope that makes sense. And that's it. Hope this made sense. You'll do the same thing with -4, 7. You plot it, and you know that x will equal maybe -4, no matter what happens. All right, folks, Bulldogs, thanks for coming in, and I appreciate your due diligence. Have a great Monday evening.